Okay then, hello everyone. It's home stretch time today. We're going to get all the way to day 12. I mean, we'll see how far we can get really. First thing we're doing is finding the doll, and it turns out, yes, I'd slightly forgotten the exact objective. You have to follow the trail of herbs, which I know that's going to annoy some people the way I pronounce that, but we're following these herbs, you see, and we find it's actually an Artemy doll here. So we got a Haruspex doll, which we might actually have to drop. Oh, we can drop the kidney, can't we? And if we grab that, we can actually take the doll back to Murky after we followed the herbs or herbs, depending on your personal preference. Right, and yeah, really the goal, so we got to go back and talk to the Bachelor as well, but the other goal, as you can see up the top right, this day, which I still consider to be the hardest in either game, to be honest, really just does a number on your various meters. So you can see as well that I have extinguished, I had about 20k at the start of the previous day. That's really plummeted, so we've got to try and find a way to get these meters just under control so we can ride out sort of the rest of the game. Exhaustion's riding high, we're still infected, so yeah, we just got to find some way to mitigate this. Looking at, the only district that has houses of people I could break into and trade with, these districts up here. So maybe that's what we'll do after we talk to the Bachelor. We could try and loot a couple of houses in the infected or abandoned districts again, I suppose. I'm not convinced that's an excellent idea, just with the amount of health I have, and sort of the lack of time I have as well, but we'll see.
Sometimes it seems like Clara is two different girls.
It's cold here, I need an oven. Is this your doll? You poor doll, you are so tired. Have you eaten? That is one freak doll, he says about his own likeness. Don't know how I managed to carry it all the way over here. Here, take this. It's not just a flask. There's blood in it. You know how to make medicine from it, don't you? Well, make some for yourself. Don't worry, it's no one's. Where did you get this? I got it from a puddle near the tower when I went looking for my doll. There's probably a whole lake there by now. The earth is all damp. I felt it. I thought my doll could have gone to drink it. Add doll. She is nice. She does no evil to anyone. So you got her by the polyhedron. There's more where this came from. Go take a look. If this is true, then I'll come back and ask you a few questions, so you stay here. And we'll grab the blood, which we can use to make panacea. Blood is emerging from beneath the children's tower, but where did it come from? Was this blood spilled within the tower? I actually wonder who resides there, so we got to go do that as well. I've actually forgotten this quest had that aspect to it, but that's great. It's a really good thing we opted to do this quest then. It wasn't just some sort of throwaway, you get some herbs or herbs out of it. We're actually getting some abattoir blood, which we can use to make panacea, which will hopefully allow us to see, for the first time in this series of mine, both endings at once, which will be exciting. Because previously we've only been able to heal one lot of other bound, so we've always left the extra theatre layer to the ending untouched. But I'm really hoping this time we can spotlight it. If I have to, there's always can always break the game open. But I am hoping we can just do it legitimately, because we have a Schmauder as well, right? Yes, we found a Schmauder the other day. That was really lucky. What I'm hoping we can do is just make it through the rest of the game without actually curing our own infection, which should hopefully give us maybe just enough. But I am also probably relying on at least one more Schmauder. Resource scarcity is obviously one of the most integral bits to Pathologic. Hello, Tormented One. It's nice to see you back. Welcome back to whatever it is I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, we'll resolve the main quest by talking to the Bachelor and explaining where the blood is coming from, but then we'll also go have a look at the blood for ourselves. So it is nice how the two quests today really do tie together quite closely, which I think, you know, most quests in this game try to do, but don't necessarily always manage. Okay, so let's roll through here. And the other thing as well is today I finally released a new pathologic character analysis, which personally I think is very exciting because the last time I did so was at the end of 2023. So finally back into that project as well. And then I've also been doing pretty well writing wise on the other one that I want to make after that. So I'm excited to, yeah, sort of push that project a bit closer to completion as well, just as I'm doing the same with the playthrough. Okay, hello. What say you, Artemy? The foreman told me about the Urdurg. It's the settlement. Did he word the phrase exactly like this? He did. I have another interpretation of the term. Do you? I think that the mysterious sigil in Isildur's will stands for Simon Kane, your father's friend, a superhuman, the creator of this town, an architect of inhabited worlds. Is that so? I'd like to know what the Elgimsky girl thinks about my interpretation. Capella. I'd also like to have the opinion of a person whom I'm not allowed to visit under any circumstances, Katerina Saburova. I want to study this hypothesis at length. Maria may be biased. Ask these women, Artemy. If you're the one doing the asking, they'll talk. What exactly should I ask them about? Ask if Simon can be the Urdurg. Let it be a general question. A simple yes or no in response will suffice. They're tricky ladies. They seem to know everything about us in advance, yet their knowledge is vague and devoid of specifics. They see very far and very little, but they'll know what you're talking about. Let it be as you wish. Why not? It's not so hard to ask. So yeah, we gotta go see two more people then. The quest isn't resolved that easily. Why would it be? But while we're here, let's go see the polyhedron anyway. Probably good we did the quests in this order, because at least now we're able to hit both locations just fine. But I am definitely worried about my health. If I get into one fight, probably die. If I get ambushed, I'll die anyway. But hopefully I'm good enough to avoid them. See if we can goad this rat over here so they can get flamethrowered. No? Okay, just going to ignore that. The rats in this town, just so aggressive. Don't know what it is about them. Okay. Yeah, bandages. That's a nice change. I think we'll immediately use those. Cool. And we're going to go check out this blood here. It's supposed to be over there. Flamethrower guy doing the rounds. Either check out the blood or the game might want me to talk to Khan as well. Murky was telling the truth. This is amazing. The blood doesn't appear to be human, nor does it seem to be leaking from inside the tower. Should ask Murky if she knows anything else about this. This is about the only plot relevance that Murky has, I think, in the original game. She's sort of barely afforded any other opportunities to do anything, really. So it is good she finally gets something to do, even if there is, absolutely nothing in the main quest for her, that I remember anyway. Maybe I'll be immediately proven wrong on day 11. But yeah, she's there, like, Changeling was there with her, but we had to talk to Changeling, really, not Murky, so... Can we jump on the... Oop. Okay. We're getting a bit more competent at this, actually. Take that. I just really need food. Nope. Nope. Bad luck there for me. This is a really bad design actually for a house. There's hardly any containers to check. Oh. Damn. Every time. Every bloody time. Okay. Maybe since that's such a bad design, actually, we'll just go back out and we'll loot somewhere that's not quite so worthless. Yeah, I'm totally still getting used to the idea that I'll soon be playing Pathologic 2 and 3 as well. On stream. I went back and checked. It's actually really disturbing. I think I started streaming Classic HD. I started this sort of project to play through Classic HD back at the end of 2022 or something really horrible. It's hard for me to fathom how that's possible, to be quite honest. I know I've been very busy and I've played other stuff in the intervening time, but the fact that, yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago, I guess is my point. Time is a very strange thing. Okay, so, yeah, we can probably talk to Capella first. The Molotov guy trying to go up against a flamethrower, slightly outmatched there. Just gonna go around. Although we shouldn't have enough infection to actually be killed by it. And I just realised, yeah, like 8 PM, so we're already running out of time to do all this stuff. So we actually do have to make it quick. I'm not actually sure how time could have passed so quickly, but if we go this way, try to goad this guy into a fight and get a little bit more money, because I do need it. At least theoretically no one should steal the kill. Hopefully. At this point I'm just taking the organs habitually. I haven't even really been using them this playthrough. That's the other thing that Pathologic 2 does really well. Time is not your enemy, forever is, yes. Very true. Sorry, my chat window is playing up a little, so some of the messages are coming through just a little bit later, I expect, than normal, so I apologize if there's a delay in my response. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my OBS, actually. I'll have to look into that.
It's hard for us to believe in things that lie outside of our scope.
You'll always be on my side, will you not? I have a question for you, Capella. Can it be argued that Simon is an Udurk, a supreme being? I wouldn't call Simon himself that. He was born a man after all. Man and Udurk are different. Had Simon been reborn, though, had he transferred his spirit to a new vessel, a body huge, perfect, and able to let others in, then he could have been called that. Is that possible at all? I doubt that. But in theory, you're talking about the local ideas and myths, are you not? And Udurk is not the same thing to us these days that it used to be to the steppe people before. An Udurk is an idea now. Do you think the long mark symbol my father used referred to an idea? Ah, so that's what you're talking about. Of course it didn't. Your father most likely meant exactly what the steppe myths do. But creatures like this no longer exist. I don't think they ever have. If they have never existed, perhaps one day they will. Who knows? Who knows indeed. I'll also ask, can the foreman lie? I don't know. I don't think he can. If he doesn't want to tell the truth, he'll just gloss over the issue. Is he dangerous? Very much so. Talking to him is a constant risk. I think he is only waiting for an opportunity to get rid of you. But he doesn't have the heart to just go through with it, so he's waiting for permission. I'll keep that in mind. So yeah, as I said, really these tests are just excuses for Oyen to find us wanting and then have us killed, or, you know, we just die because we're starving to death at an incredible rate thanks to that potion he made us drink, or whatever it was. So we'll go and talk to Katerina, and possibly what I might do is just quietly go into one of the houses and see if there's anyone good to trade with. Is the goal. Yeah, I really need some food, and I feel like I've already gone around and bought up all the stocks of food that are worth it anyway. Yeah, I feel like the only kind of character I've actually traded with in the last day or so has been, yeah, the teenage girl and the drunkard. Just those two. Because the middle districts have just been a complete crapshoot. Okay. I'll take that. Heal myself a little bit more. It gets rid of 1 meter, but that's been supplemented by the exhaustion meter, so it's okay. You've still got 2 meters on the top right of the screen for everyone who's counting. Absolutely wonderful. How's this knife doing? 0%. Switch back to this one. Yeah. Speak to Katerina, and then we've got to run all the way back across town. We've also probably got to give her the schmauder, actually. Because I feel like is that the only medicine I have? Or yeah, have a box of the children's schmauder. Yeah, they can have the schmauder.
I need morphine.
What do you want, Ripper? I want to know who the Udurg that my father used to take care of is. Leave your smoke and mirrors be for once and just say it. I can't leave my smoke and mirrors be. Why not? Because I cannot lie when it comes to details. My lips literally cannot enunciate something that is untrue. Riddles and vagueness leave me a degree of freedom. Well, what can you tell me? A commonplace fairy tale bit, the one whose existence you so eagerly endeavour to preserve, and the sacrifice that has to be made for that are alike. They are reflections, see? I can do the mirror without the smoke. You'll know what needs to be saved when you know what needs to be sacrificed. Tell me about my sacrifice. I know for sure that you are to destroy a woman, a beautiful woman, a woman that loves you already. Isn't that enough for you? It isn't. That can be anybody. Well, thankfully the last requirement excludes me at least. I hope your knives will pass me by. Look for the Udurg among the people, not the chimeras. Can a person be an Udurg? Some men are larger than men. Now leave me. Your presence makes me terrified. You stink of blood. The one stinking of blood here is you cruel ruler. Okay, so... Actually, I'll just double check. Does she have anything else to say? I know I just like insulted her, but...
Yes.
Yeah, what do you want? Nothing. Cool, so... From here, how much time we got? So it's almost 9. What I'll do... Quickly break into our house, see if there's any food. Then we'll run all the way back over to the Bachelor, report back. Although, actually the most efficient route could be break into like this house, and then cut down here, see Murky, then see Bachelor. So yeah, we'll just repeat the journey I just did, essentially. Have I managed all side quests as well? I've tried to. I think I may have missed a few in Bachelor and Changeling, but I feel like I've done pretty well with Haruspex getting all of the side quests. Yeah, it's been going pretty well for me in that regard anyway. This playthrough. Yeah, I actually am trying to think. I don't think I've missed anything, but like it has been a while. I definitely missed a couple as the Bachelor, but I did try and do them all. I even went back and did one of them because a viewer requested it. So if there is like a quest that I have missed, I am happy to potentially return, because goodness knows I have enough saves. What's in here? Anything? Thanks. I'm just gonna loot this place without getting into a fight, theoretically. Yep, bread. Fish, excellent. So as long as you don't, I've talked about this before, but the mechanics of this game, for whatever reason, as long as you don't let one of the adult male or teenage male characters see you, your reputation doesn't drop and you don't have to fight anyone. So it's really just double checking the room and seeing what the NPC's line of sight is. What do you have? Ooh. Yeah, we can do that. And wait, did you have a bullet as well? You did. I might as well trade away that last hook for one bullet. Cool. Nothing there. And they only also respond if you actually open a container that has something in it. So if the container doesn't have something in it. Missed some in Bachelor as well. I think I managed to do all in Haruspex. I might be wrong. It is very easy to miss. Like the Bachelor, I think in particular has quite a lot. Whereas and Changelings ones are just very repetitive, which is why I didn't personally see the need to do all of those ones. So yeah, see, as long as they're not on the line of sight, they don't care. Okay, well we got some food out of that, so I'll take that. Sort of set us right for a little bit. Because yeah, like the Bachelor also has a lot of sort of missable ones, I feel like, in the early days. Because I know there's that one where you have to help Anna Angel bury a body. And that one, I remember doing it on my first playthrough and other playthroughs, but for whatever reason when I streamed it, I totally forgot how to initiate the quest at the time. I think it was just down to making sure I exhausted all the dialogue options, but it was just something I didn't do. So also, yeah, like when I originally started playing through Classic HD, you know, I think if you do go back to those early streams of mine, I think I do say like, oh, am I really going to play through the whole thing? I don't know. And then at some point, I think, you know, I was just like, no, I'm just going to start playing Changeling, and then obviously once I started that, there was no reason not to continue and play through Artemis, really. So you know, like I'm pretty happy with the amount that I've managed to complete in each playthrough. Maybe, you know, like you ask me again if I'm still doing this in, you know, 5-10 years. I might be playing through the whole lot again, and maybe that time I'll make it sort of explicitly like, let's do 100%. Let's make sure we see everything in the one playthrough that we can see. But it is tricky to do that and sort of provide sustained, hopefully thoughtful commentary. It's really been the learning process that playing Pathologic has given to me. Is, yeah, like how am I providing myself, or how am I providing everyone really with interesting stuff to listen to while I play a game for, you know, 80 hours. I that's something I'm looking forward to as well, is seeing how long in total I've spent streaming this game compared to all others. It will be disturbing, like in terms of my total. Like I don't stream that much, obviously. I'd like to stream more, but just due to personal things I can't. But in terms of percentage, this game will take up a lot of my total stream time. Probably, you know, 70% at least. it's been very fulfilling, I think, to play it through this way and to have people like you, Tormented One as well, come in and share their thoughts and experiences about Pathologic. Because that's, I say it a lot, but that's really what I wanted to do from the start, was provide a place for people to talk about their experiences with the game as well, like just as I'm doing right now. It really is great to have that feedback and that sense of community and enjoyment, and also knowing that I'm not the only person in the world who knows what Pathologic is, as I sort of felt when I came very late to it in 2017.
What?
Well, I've talked to both mistresses. Is Capella a mistress already? Although it doesn't matter, it's of no importance at all. So what's the answer? Can Simon be the Udurg? Is that even in the realm of possibility? It is, but that doesn't mean anything. Well, then the game is worth the candle. Even though it's going to be risky, I have to put my reputation at stake and triumph over the dreadful champion of the Skerries. You've lost me here. The key to solving these contradictions lies in the tower, the one you locals call the Polyhedron. It is clear that it's not what it appears to be to strangers. What does my father's Udurg have to do with it? All I have to do is check this theory from the optical point of view. I must be certain that this isn't idle superstition. I'll study the polyhedron from the inside. In exchange for that, you'll find the proof of the underground capillaries having the shape that I imagine they do. Check out my Grace video tomorrow at lunch. Oh, I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. If for whatever reason you haven't seen any of the other ones, I do have a bunch of other ones as well, but obviously the Grace one at this stage, I'm very happy with that. But I also do in particular like my Asperty and Bachelor ones. I think are ones that I have no desire to revisit, adjust or change. I'm still very, very proud of those ones in particular. But I do hope you enjoy the Grace one as well. You're tearing the guts out of me. Do not forget that finding the source of the disease is my main goal. You're not allowed into the tower. I'm not allowed into the abattoir. Let's help each other. I'll send you a note tomorrow. We'll make a deal. We'll see about that tomorrow. And then, of course, we have the sort of fetus appear in the polyhedron, something manifesting within it. Could this be the body, body that contains the world? Reality has split in two. The sign conceals two opposing truths: the spirit of superhuman Simon, enclosed in the tower, or the town, nurtured by the earth, formed in the mould of Bos Turok. These are the only two Udurgs. And that's what's so interesting about Changeling, is that she breaks that sort of simple dichotomy and sort of turns that on its head, right? That there's the potential to have other things. Both can still exist together. Watched some of my videos, although I was reluctant in some cases because it mainly included Pathologic 2 footage. Don't want to get spoiled on how it looks. Also fair enough. I can respect that. Damn, did that get me somehow? You can always watch them with your eyes closed, maybe. But that's understandable. Still recommend playing through Pathologic 2 when you have the time. But thank you for watching and supporting the channel. It does mean a lot to me. This small enterprise that it is. Going to right after you finish Changeling. Awesome. Have you started Changeling yet? Because I had this discussion back when I started Changeling on stream, and some people were very strongly advocating for how important Changeling's route was, and I agree. But I do find the gameplay sadly a bit lackluster, which isn't the fault of the game necessarily. I think the budget sort of ran out. Having a a year-long break from Pathologic. That's fair. I feel like that's what we need. Like after I finish playing this and Pathologic 3, and I guess Pathologic 2, who knows? Yeah, I'll finish. I'll take a break for a while as well. Finishing Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, then I'll take up on Pathologic again. Nice. I still haven't. That's a huge. I played Baldur's Gate 1, but Baldur's Gate 2. That's a huge oversight of mine. Plan to jump directly to Pathologic 2 since it's not 3 routes. Yes, Pathologic 2 is like of a digestible size as well, which I think makes it attractive to new players. I think the 3 routes, that can be quite intimidating, to be quite frank, to explain to people.
Sometimes
Oh, you got to play through the whole thing 3 times to really get it.
Girls.
You're right. There is blood over there. What does this mean? You see, I told you, and you wouldn't believe me. Where did it come from? I don't know. It happens from time to time. When we lived in the tower, we used to think it was a bad omen. We began playing marsh or coverlet immediately. So do the tower's inhabitants know what it is? I think the abattoir people may know what it is. All blood flows from there. They even make blood pudding there, and we aren't allowed to even think about the abattoir. There. Seems all the answers are there. Story suggests a number of different conclusions, but something tells me this is not the time to jump to any of them. As the good old bachelor would say, let us just make note of the facts. And, right, there's still an invitation from the Mother Superior. Do we have time? Because I've got to get on 3 right after, which is 10 days away from us. Yes, the prologue is. I'm excited. Is Murky a boy or a girl? Murky is a girl. But I do like their gender-neutral appearance. Okay. I believe she refers to herself as she in Pathologic 2. I think those are her preferred pronouns. Just like they is mine. Oh shit. There you go, okay. My question is, is it really worth it? Yeah, well, I just said I was going to do all the side quests. We can at least see what this one's about. Otherwise, this might be one we have to miss if I'm too exhausted. So yeah, Artemy really has taken a beating recently. But at least going through this way is relatively safe. Not too many plague clouds to worry about in the warehouses district. What I will do is maybe drop off some of my things real quick. So much stuff. Put that in there. Put the abattoir blood away. Put this blood away as well. Is there anything else I can grab that's useful? Grab a lockpick and stow the broken knife. Yeah, okay, that should be good. And quickly reload my gun. Okay, we can do this. Simple. Right. So I think we just gotta make it to the termitory and we can see what she wants. Admittedly, yeah, I can't remember what this quest is either. I don't think I remember them right up until they start. Right up until we get there and I'm like, oh, this one, okay. But it is worth trying as many as we can at this point because, yeah, as you saw, we can get Panacea Abattoir blood required to make a cure, which is exceedingly important. Especially because, yeah, I'm just trying to think who else I've seen that's actually infected. Because we just cured Katarina, and as long as the game isn't cruel enough to reinfect her, then oh, Peter's definitely infected. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was Sticky? No. Not yet. No, he's one of ours. So he wasn't infected. That guy really screwed up so badly. He hit the butcher next to him. Okay, come back. There we go. Problem solved. Take all of that. What's the time? Yo, we're definitely not going to have enough time to finish this quest line. We'll be able to get there and see what it was, but we won't be able to do it, that's for sure. We'll be lucky if we get there in time, even. I'll buy a hazelnut off you, thanks. We'll just be able to make it to the top of the stairs to start it. I think it's unfortunate that, yeah, I got the letter sort of quite late, and I just saw the letter late in the day, which is my own fault. I should have checked it immediately. But whoa. Okay. For a second I was really worried it was going to be the pinpoint accurate knife straight into my back, but no. Okay. Yeah, unless this is a really simple request, which I doubt it will be because it's pathologic, you know, what am I talking about? We are going to really struggle. We'll get given the quest and we'll immediately fail it, but that's okay. And I think, yeah, it'll be the Bachelor we have to start the quest with again tomorrow by the sounds of it. But yeah, this is the end of day 10. Surreal. We're really closing in here on the end. Oh yes, here's Big Vlad. Actually, this is important. Hello. Do you know what a new Durg is? I know what a new Durg is, alright. Can't be so sure about the others. You can't just ask everyone around, got it? They'll tell you all sorts of stuff. Do you know who my father had in mind when he used that brand? Nope. You never know. Perhaps he had nothing in mind. And nothing on his mind, too. At all. Can it be that the Durg is a man? Simon Kane? Simon Kane? How is he a man? I mean, yeah, of course he can. He can be anything. I don't know for sure if he's the Udurg or not, but he had to deal with it. He had grown a tumour on Udurg's body. That's what Daddy used to say. The old man's grown a tumour on the Udurg's body. Got it? Not really. What does that mean? Well, I mean he didn't do it all by himself. He had help. Mostly Dark Ninas. Oh, I know. Maybe one Udurg smothered by the other. That would make a lot of sense. Two heads can't live on one neck, as Notkin likes to say. So all this is clearly an allegory for the polyhedron, right? The polyhedron is the tumour and one of the heads. So this is the dichotomy I was talking about before. Either the town or the polyhedron, one or the other. That changeling comes into the story and attempts to resolve, right? You're talking in riddles. Can you be a bit more straightforward? That would make me lie. Do you want me to lie? No, I don't. Got to raise the children, right?
There's a hint of authority in Clara's voice.
Hello, hello, hello. Can I talk to the prisoner? Yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, why not? He's not much of a talker anyway. Turn that frown upside down, will you? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Have you seen the bull? What bull? Ah, see how anxious the commoners are, all astir. A dying auroch have appeared in the lot, though the foreman had supposedly killed the last one. So, he hasn't killed it to death then, or what? Can it really be something supernatural, so to speak? What lot? Don't know. I don't know. Ask the torturer over there. You be careful though. What if it's a trap? Foreman Oyen, you know. You two are locked in combat now. Pray forgive me. He could fix something like this. An ambush. Seems likely. I'll take a look. One of these guys know? Is that what he's saying? Oh. No, wait, he means I'm gonna run out of... Yeah, there's no way I'll be able to make it to the bone lot, but it doesn't mean that guy either. I'm at peace. Everything has worked out for the best. Farewell, Bus. He'll be fine. Yeah, there's no way that we'll be able to make it there, which is a shame because I'm pretty sure we can get blood from that quest. But that's alright. Yeah, we're gonna run out of time.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
See you in hell, Bus. That seems to be the way. I feel like I haven't really met anyone who's decided to let young Vlad die. A letter from Aglaya Lilich. More on the forthcoming sacrifice. I am now fully convinced that I was right. The town is your Udurg. The murderous tower is your sacrifice. I've been thinking a lot, and it cannot be a coincidence that so many threads of fate were connected to a single knot. You cannot untie this knot, it must be cut. The puzzle has only one possible solution. The town does not know what is killing it. It thinks it fell victim to some distorted contingency. It is afraid. Its corpulent body is shivering. The town dreams of itself 7 years later. Protect it. Allow it to live. Aglaya has to be your favorite character in the game so far. Maybe Clara will take that place. I love Clara and I love Aglaya. They're both such good characters. Yeah, they really are so well written. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think, yeah, like my top three. It's probably, I still really like The Bachelor. I still really like Asperty, and yeah, like I've come to like Aglaya, I think, more and more the more I think about the game and the more I play the game. So yeah, I don't think there will be anything left here, which is a shame. But yeah, normally a quest you can see the Auroch impaled there, and is an important part of one of the Bachelor's quests as well, where he basically, you can order the soldiers burn the body, which both, I think, ultimately the Bachelor and Artemy really needed, obviously. Okay, Anna's sick as well. That's good to remember. So, Anna's sick and Peter's sick. And yeah, we just gotta figure out a safe route. See if we can get anything to eat from here. I think today as well we have the one and only boss fight in Pathologic, which is always fun. I wouldn't consider any other bit of the game to have a boss fight in it, so yeah, I'm excited to see if that has aged as poorly as I remembered it aging. It should be it should be funny. Oh dear. Another infected district again. Yeah, exhaustion at an all-time high. If we see, we'll see about going to the theatre first. Don't mind me. I'm busy. Excuse me. Yeah. As long as you don't stop and try and fight them, I feel like those guys are pretty easy to deal with. I already know Clara is the smartest out of the three, though, simply because of what she says in the opening scene. Well, yeah, like, if we're expanding it to a top 4 instead of top 3, Clara is in the top 4 for me. She's a really excellent character, and I do like the impression that she always knows something else, right, that we don't know. I'll just let this play.
The illusions
I can
have
continue.
to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower. but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
Top 3, yeah, as I said before, Bachelor, just because he's the first character that I played as, and I still really like his character arc and his journey. Aspity, just because she's just an awesome character. I love Aspity. And Aglaya, probably. But Aglaya and Clara, for me, are sort of interchangeable. They're sort of tied. But really, basically every character in this game is worth talking about, right? But I do like, Clara's ability to sort of really know what's going on a meta level. But I also love that, when you're playing through Classic HD for the first time, you play through Bachelor and Haruspex first, probably. So you just, you're never really sure what's going on with her, which I love. She's the character that has the most unknowns actually attached to her. Bachelor has the best route. Yeah, I think that's as well. That sort of leans towards the bias, right? I love all the routes, obviously, but the Bachelor's is the most complete and feels the most narrative rich and the most considered and cohesive of the original game's narratives, and they get progressively less focused as you go along. Although I still, as I said, highly recommend Clara. That guy just scaled that vertically. There's a lot more, as you say, sort of scripted rather than sandboxy. There's a lot of stuff going on. Thank goodness, I really needed some bandages. Bandage ourselves up. I'm gonna go and get some sleep in the Bachelor's bed in a minute. Yeah, it's better to have that narrative driving you on, I think, than not in a game like Pathologic. So when you'll notice this when you go to play Changeling. Towards the end, her side quests in particular repeat a lot, and her main quests can also, to a degree, feel somewhat repetitive, which is a shame. But it's still really well written and still really interesting, and finally gives you a window into what exactly Clara has been talking about for the last 40-50 hours when you've been playing through the previous two characters. So yeah, do still highly recommend that. Exactly, the broader view, the sort of meta view of the game and its world.
What is there to talk about now?
I got it, Artemi. I've cracked your puzzle. It does indeed have to do with the most high-level mysticism. I'm listening. Your Udurg is Simon, or rather not exactly Simon, a structure, an architectural complex. So you see, the town aspect of the sigil is preserved. It's actually even emphasized. Now imagine the structure taking in Simon's soul to become alive. How can it be? I don't understand. I know, it's almost beyond comprehension. A phenomenon that can have both a scientific and a mystical interpretation. I can't explain or prove it here and now. Aglaya's got the blueprints. But it's true, trust me. A structure absorbs a soul and comes to life. Absorbs a soul? How exactly? Well, it hasn't happened yet, but the Canes guarantee they can do it. It's an interdisciplinary effort that has to do with both optics and human psyche, and a certain breakthrough. So a structure becomes a vessel for a soul, like a body? Precisely. Personally, I'm overwhelmed and humbled. I could never have imagined something like this could be possible. A chimera made of the living and the non-living. I'm absolutely positive, Artemy, that this is your Udurg. Are you aware that Simon was one of Isildur's last patients? I am. Perhaps you're right, Oinon. Okay, so he doesn't have anything else to say.
I have a feeling that our choices were a part of some crafty maneuver. I almost fell for it.
But who is my sacrifice, then? I don't know. I think it's all superstition anyway. Without a sacrifice, they won't give me the blood that the serum requires. I must choose the right one. Why don't you ask openly? Let the foreman tell you what he wants from you. He wants me to guess. Well, intimidate him then. I haven't seen the foreman. I don't know what type of person he is. But I think that a solid threat can convince anybody. You can see how the Bachelor, changes over the course of the game, right? Intimidate him. How? Kane gave me a hint today. Seems like the foreman had something to do with your father's demise. Big Vlad is also in on it. Didn't he tell you? That's news. He didn't, but he will. So we've got to go see the Canes.
Should I just...
I've managed to convince you. Farewell. Let's get a little bit of sleep first. Restores strength during sleep.
I'm tired. I've had enough.
So I'll sleep for 5 hours. Okay, really not doing much against the infection, is it? That's climbed quite a lot. If we do that, and then save again, and then it's really just juggling meters at this point. Yeah, lower the infection again. So now we're just back down to health as a problem. Right, so let's see what exactly the issue is. Talk to the Canes, since apparently they've got some stuff to say, maybe? I'm gonna guess Georgie, but it could also be Victor. And yeah, we can, hopefully with this, be able to make it through the rest of the day. Eat our fish. And yeah, we should hopefully be on top of things from here on. Yeah, we'll be lucky though. I've probably forgotten something. Some twist in the tale that will really screw me over. Okay. Hello, sorry to disturb you.
If we conquer...
Just popping in to make sure you're alive and well. He doesn't have any special dialogue today. Got an ugly fireplace though, that's the really important thing. Yeah, I'm excited excited to do a number of, probably another 2 or 3 character analysis videos this year, and just sort of knock some of them out of the way, because there've been some I've wanted to make for ages but haven't had the time or the motivation. Okay, you don't have anything to say either. Did I mishear? What's my favourite interior in the game? You're asking a very, very difficult question. It changes a lot, but to be quite honest, yeah, there are 2 interiors probably that would 3 actually. Okay, we'll say I got a top 3. First one, not necessarily in any order, right? I love Yulia's house because it doesn't make any sense. I've been over this before. There's a 2nd floor, but there's no way to reach the 2nd floor. But I also just love the layout of the house, the chess set, the paintings, the sort of folding panels and stuff. Yeah, I love that house. The Stillwater, because it was the first location ever that I experienced in Pathologic, I'm so personally attached to it. And then, of course, the Polyhedron. The first time I was in there blew my mind, and the first time I got the extra ending absolutely destroyed me. So, probably, yeah, those 3 I think are my favourites. Although I do, yeah, like Mariasic as well. I do like the Crucible, just as a whole, as well. Do you have one? I'm always curious to hear. See how Yulia's house makes no sense with the wooden things in a semicircle? Yeah, like I love stuff like that. Anna Angels. Oh, I love that. I love that dark little room that she has that has nothing in it. That's just off to the side. Oops. damn. Just as I was saying, if you keep moving, it's going to be alright. This guy's going to be a pain because he's blocking the bridge. I might have to kill him. I'm glad that we like enjoy the same aspects. Just that empty room, it just, I don't know, it fascinates me. And I love her living room, like drawing room as well. The fire going. So uncanny, coupled with the rat / cat. I think it's a cat, right? I'm gonna, oh damn it, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the house if we pass it today. And if I make the panacea so I can actually go inside. But if I don't do it today, I'll definitely go back. No idea. Seen no cats with red eyes, but I've seen rats with red eyes. At the same time, it looks like a cat. I think it's meant to be a cat, but it's probably one that's been somewhat maybe affected by the plague. Totally artistic intention. So that guy sort himself out. Okay, we'll save. Whoops, we'll save from the top here now instead. Can we get him from behind, or is he going to? Yeah, there we go. And I love all the paintings in both this game and Pathologic 2. The morning of the 11th day has come. Total death toll 7,172 people, currently infected 522. All ends tomorrow. Day 11, in which the Haruspex finds himself trapped, for his dilemma consists of mutually exclusive truths. So how do we resolve this split between what we save and what we sacrifice? This is really what today is all about. Okay. Yeah, there's a number of paintings in this game that I love that they sort of updated for Pathologic 2, which is just so cool. I love that kind of thing. Also, Asperty's Shack. Yes, Asperty's Shack is also really cool. See, that's the problem when you ask questions like this, is it's like, oh, there's so many good locations in this game. It's hard to pick just like a few favorites, because everything has something really cool about it. Everything feels really considered. I know I never liked the town hall, but obviously like they designed that space to feel quite hostile, I think, and foreboding. Try and deal with this guy. So yeah, it's sort of we already understand it. There are too many, I agree. Who sent me a letter? Clara's invitation. Please make sure you speak to me before you go to the abattoir. I'll be in the cemetery lodge with Grace. They will attempt to take your life today. I can tell you how you might survive and lead your opponents into the trap they themselves have set. Okay, why did you... Great. It's just gonna... Fine. Take my money then. Yeah, there's always... Yeah, I love spaces in video games, just more generally. So I did sort of a deep dive into the still water in the original Pathologic alongside the Baldwin Manor from Silent Hill 2. That's still one of my favourite videos that I've made. And my plan as well for this year is to write at least an analysis of one district in Pathologic, or one segment of the town, 1/3 of the town, and look at all the spaces there. Because I'd love to sort of spotlight those, because the design of them, they deserve to be looked at, I think, more deeply. Even if just for me to say, like, look at how this has personally affected me, is something really profound and interesting. This is an abandoned district here. Like, yeah, I have such a personal attachment to so many of the spaces in Pathologic. It's the second home away from home sort of thing. Yeah, it just doesn't get old inhabiting this place. I just always want to come back. So like I say like, oh, this is the final Classic HD session, or second to last, or however long I take. But, you know, I will return at the very least on my own time and play this game over and over and over again. Because, yeah, for me, it simply cannot be replaced. I have such a strong attachment to this game. It's got me through, yes, so much stuff. It's really, yeah, really amazing when you think about it. Stupid Molotov guys forced me to go through one of these houses. I'll just quickly sprint through here. Okay, no we won't. Okay, that's fine. This is one of the beds we can clip onto, so... Because if I don't... This is a bad layout for a house as well. All have our comfort games. Exactly. It's just funny how basically all of mine are horror games at this point. They're either like horror games or like depressing, disturbing, artsy games, or they're 3D platformers from the 90s or the 2000s. Such an interesting... I should just make like a comfort shelf one day and just sort of, you know, tally them up. How many in each genre? Most of them will be horror these days, though. The games I spend the most time in. Come on. I love the hitboxes. There we go. Okay. Not that I'm fighting the way the game, you know, intends me to fight, but sometimes, as Clara would say, you know, you gotta break the rules to understand the game, to beat the game. Okay, is there anything really in here? No. Disappointing house, but it was a house I wasn't going to go into otherwise. Okay. Let's just go back this way and go see Changeling at Grace's Lodge. Conveniently enough. After I just made a video on her and everything. Okay. So we'll see how, yeah, Changeling is going to get us out of this. If you don't come and see Changeling, I'm pretty sure you either die or have to fail the quest and one of your bound gets infected.
What is there to talk about now?
It's good that you've come to me, orphan. You'd have had your head rolling if you hadn't. Wouldn't have lived to see the evening. Tag yourself on the rats running around everywhere. I love that. It's nice to know that you're in the game. You feel represented, feel seen, right? Alright, speak. You're on your way to see the foreman now, aren't you? Well, yeah. The foreman will offer you the final trial today. He'll promise to reveal everything if you pass it. He'll tell all about the sacrifice you're required to make, and you'll only have to kill it, see? Then they'll give you the blood, but it's all lies. Why? The foreman's trial will be designed so that you wouldn't stand a chance. He'll tell you to descend into the depths or go through the throat or something, and to get back from there. That's where you'll die, because there's no coming back from that place. But I know how to outsmart him. How? Don't ask, I won't tell you. It's not my choice. What do you want for it? Perhaps I'll ask a favour of you tomorrow morning. Deal? Deal. Anything else to say?
The devoted have agreed to help me. They'll be the first to follow the townsfather's lead.
Why are you helping me? Do you remember the tale of an orphan? A butterfly pupa helped him, and he helped her in return. So this is your plan. Oh, I don't know this tale. Well, there are loads of tales like that, believe me. 1 in 3 step tales is about an orphan. A robust tradition, as you can see. An orphan is a blessed figure. You're following in well-established footsteps. Perhaps. Anything else to say?
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Why are you hesitant, heir to your father, future priest, head of the kin? You wrote to me, and nothing spoken can disavow that. So what? I wanted you to have one more chance, an option to make a free choice. I believe you. Perhaps I'll give you some panacea to your bound. Grace, everything to say today?
What's wrong?
No. Alright. So, if we navigate through to the abattoir again and see the foreman, I think that's what we got to do. Yeah, it's got to be early enough by now that we're allowed to go and see him. So yeah, we'll just fight our way through all the plague clouds and all of Summers, the rats running around everywhere. Oh shit. Go around that. How much time we got? Only 8 AM, so I got about another hour. So yeah, my plan is to finish day 11 today, make a lot of panaceas, and then just sort of spend day 12 in a single stream. I want to, make sure everyone's got a nice heads up about when I'm going to do that, because it will be, wrapping up the end of an era, and it would be great if people could make it, sort of share their thoughts about the game as well, as I sort of close the book really on that chapter of my streaming career, and while I still may be moving on to other bits of Pathologic, I think the thing that I'm excited for is just to make sure that this game in particular lives on in people's memories and is still appreciated, because there's still so much that's worth examining in this game and worth thinking about and worth experiencing for yourself, because it is a challenging game, it is a challenging experience, but it's one that you feel rewarded for having completed. So I do want to make sure that that we do get that. This game's legacy was also saved by a large internet contribution. Exactly. And I do want to be part of that contribution. I want to make sure that I can continue to give back to this game. Because without this game, I would not be interested in game studies or video game scholarship. Simply put, this was the game that I was interested in it, but I didn't quite understand it, and this game made me want to understand it. This game sort of made me realize, wow, so that's what video games can do. This is the potential of video games, and my mind has been blown by it continually since. I just keep coming back to it, and I keep finding more and more to think about and to recommend, which helps because the game is so dense. There's so much dialogue, and sometimes I wish I could go over it with a fine-tooth comb. And one day, maybe I will. Maybe you'll see me on stream for 12 hours, and we'll break everything down, and we'll make diagrams and all these kinds of things. But this guy is still spinning. I think I left him there last time. There's so much to appreciate about this game. So much that's really special. And I just want to make sure that this game survives. It's the same with the original Silent Hill games. Even if those are all replaced by remakes, I want to see the originals live on. And I'll do whatever it takes, really.
Knows the rights of the earth. It's your choice.
Why have you come, kindred one? I've come to withstand the final trial and find out what sacrifice the kin wants from me. I'll send you to the point where Suok's lines meet. You'll let her swallow you. We shall talk as equals if you find your way back. Why can we only speak as equals after the trial? Everyone goes through the trial, so did your father. It is only then that you will see how far the vein of Bordeaux goes. You will walk along it and circle back, tying life and death together just as a vein is tied into a knot. A vein wastes precious blood in vain when untied. When did my father pass the trial? Later than he should have. You asked too many questions. Are you going? I am. Go out of here and to the right. Step into the next cave. It is the hollow of her primal womb. You'll see a well. This is where her navel is untied, for those who have the knowledge. Then you will fall down. Lay your body down there and come towards Suok's navel. Go to the heart of her lines, then come back here, and we will talk. I'm ready. And yeah, now we've got the blood running directly either from or into the polyhedron. It's really up to interpretation at this point, obviously, with the whole Udurg talk. And these big rocks, somehow, that were here just a moment ago, have been moved. So to learn who the appropriate sacrifice is, I will have to descend to the very bottom of the inner cavity within the womb of Suok. Getting there and back again is my ultimate trial. So you have this enormous pit, which clearly is just, if you haven't spoken to Changeling, you just die. So yeah, Foreman Oyen just kind of wants you to jump in this hole and commit suicide. But hopefully that's not what's going to happen to us. Well, we're going to die, but we can come back. So here's us, attending our own lovely funeral. And there's Changing. She did say she would help us. I remember that, yeah, this moment, I think I really loved this bit when I first played it through. What do you have to say? Come to us, sweet soul. Look, the nails are waiting for you. I'm not dead yet. Talk some more, sweet soul. Look, some nails are already in. Are you drawing my last breath from me? Indeed, sweet soul. It is leaving you with every word you mutter. Look at the nails, there's only one left. Make your final step. I won't. Does everyone have the same thing to say? Not ready to go yet. Not ready to go yet. Yep. Hello.
What?
Don't listen to the demons. Move down the tunnel. You'll see female silhouettes there. These are fated souls. Choose the one to go instead of you. Make a deal with any of the three and regret nothing. Talk as little as you can so that they who are beyond the wall won't hear you. Where did these women come from? These are not women. These are their teke. Their what? These are teke. A teke is the clot between the warm and the cold. It's like a soul, only smaller, and able to talk. It escapes the sick and the sleeping, hanging between the warm earth and the cold sky, so that the spirits could whisper in its ear, demanding to hear the story of the person's life. I love this. I love it when, yeah, the game is able to inject these sort of moments of profound sort of spiritualism and stuff into a story that otherwise, into Artemis' story, which otherwise, you know, might evade these kinds of things. Also, just the world building is really fun, right? Why are they here? I made them stay here for a while. How did that happen? No need for sorrow, they're all dead anyway. Don't waste your words in vain, save your breath. Fine, I'll remember this. When you've chosen a soul, ask her what you want to know. She will tell you the truth. Use the opportunity, then walk through the black opening. It will let you through. I'm scared. Can we talk to her anymore?
The devoted have agreed to help.
Here I go. So we got Anna.
Life is hard.
Sure is. Who is it? I want to ask you a question. Go ahead, just be quick. It's hard for me to stay here for so long. Who is the sacrifice the kin is expecting from me? That's unclear. I see the line breaking into two here. They're parallel, though, like a circle turned inside out. I can't look at it anymore, I'll lose my mind. You didn't answer my question. Who is the person I meant to sacrifice? There was no person. Damn, I still don't understand. What shall I do? Can I come back? I'll tell you later. I'll just go and talk to everyone first. Got Yulia as well.
The most subtle folly grows out of the most subtle wisdom.
I hear your footsteps. Whoever you are, feel free to introduce yourself. I want to ask you a question. Ask me anything you want, just make it brief. Who killed my father, Isidore Burak? You are Burak's son. Yes. Answer me. Foreman Oyen is the one who killed your father. He will pay for that. That's quite enough. Tell me now, what I myself shall do. Is it safe to go back? I'll tell you later. And Lara.
Why aren't we being prepared for an evacuation?
I hear a man breathing. What are you doing here? Will you answer a question for me? I will. Go ahead. Yeah. Who is the sacrifice that the kin is expecting from me? I don't know. This future turns inside out when I turn towards it. I'm losing my mind. But there's definitely a false bottom to it. Be careful. You didn't answer my question. Who is the person I meant to sacrifice? It's a trap. I shouldn't tell you. Don't ask me about the sacrifice. Just follow your heart. Fine. Should I follow the clanking of the bells? No, wait for now. Okay. Well, it's not gonna be Yulia. I think we'll tell Anna to head down the hall.
Life is hard.
Should I stay here or go back to Anna? Stay here. Foreman Oyen had killed Isidore Burak the night before my arrival. Does Changeling have anything else to say now that we've done that?
I'll find a use.
Walk along the tunnel,
Every
don't hesitate.
single
Move faster before they are disturbed. Here I go. Do I have to tell everybody to like stay or go? No. Here we are. Okay, we're back. So if we go talk to... yeah, we're way up the back, literally. So if we go talk to Changeling again, we'll see if she has anything extra to say. Otherwise we've got to go back and confront the foreman, because he basically just tried to have us killed. But we, with the help of Changeling, slipped through the bonds of death, and now we have to confront him and find out why exactly Oyen killed Isidore Burak. And I remember it at the time, I think when I first played this game, that was quite a shock. Can the town also be seen as a metaphor for human societal development, going from earth primitive to stone scientific, and finally spiritual for where the polyhedron is? Yes. I can never remember the name of the middle region. I think the stone yard is the one on the west, on the far left with the polyhedron. I think this is the stone yard. I can never remember the name of the central district for some reason. This is Earth though. But yes, 100%. I think that's why the town is laid out like it is, right? So you have the abattoir on one side, and all the kin and the workers and the factory workers on this side. All the sort of poorer people and the people who live closer to the Earth literally live in an area called Earth. And then you have this sort of cosmopolitan area where, you know, a lot of the probably middle class people live. And then you explicitly have, all the upper class people in suits and fancy dresses wandering around here. All the intellectual family and the academics in the form of the Canes. And Ava is obviously very upper class, and the Bachelor very upper class and intellectual. And then the polyhedron. So yes, 100%. The town itself, that's what I've always liked about the layout of the town as well. And that if you decide to destroy the polyhedron, its placement is very significant as well. The river is a very significant object, geographical object in this game, because essentially the polyhedron is the thing that's threatening to cross this boundary, this sort of final boundary, and escape the town that sort of lies before it, right? To escape the river Gorkon, to build on the other side, but it hasn't made it. It's halfway across. So if you blow that up, the town sort of remains in these bounds, really. Whereas if you flatten the abattoir, the polyhedron is the last remnant of the old town that will then spawn a new one in its place. So 100% the town can be seen as a metaphor for how human society and technology evolves and becomes potentially more sort of technological and academic and spiritual, potentially. There's a lot more that I could say about that as well, but I'm hoping to again, like, do a video on that kind of thing, and sort of chart that progression, which is why I'm struggling to decide which side of town I'm going to start those video essays from. Hello. No, you don't have anything else to say. Let's just go back. Yeah, really. Oh, it's so annoying. I just need one more bandage. Also like how the Earth part comes from Earth and ends up in the sky with the polyhedron. Yes, literally, yeah. Like the polyhedron doesn't actually touch the ground, right? Other than the big spike that anchors it. It is as far from the ground as it could possibly be. It's designed deliberately to sort of not be touched by the earth, the impure earth. But of course it's that same desire, ironically, that leads to the pestilence in the first place. So as well, like Pathologic is responsible for my interest in spatial design in video games because it's so well designed, right? Like everything is really considered. Bound to earth, yes, but pointing to the skies. It wants to be free, which is also part of that boundary there. Like the fact that it's built halfway across the river, or appears halfway across the river on the map, is very significant. It's trying to break free from Earth, but it can't. And that probably says a lot about the sort of utopian ideology as well, of just this lofty idealism. Is that, you know, can the Canes actually follow through on that? Is that a just thing to do? Yeah. No, thank you for bringing that up. It's one of my favorite things to talk about in regards to this game, is how the town itself is designed. As well, I really like the sort of threat of modernism and colonialism that's present in the termitary buildings that do overshadow the abattoir from the side of town. You sort of have to wander through these bunkhouses that control the abattoir, in a sense, that you have to walk into, that you're funneled into every time you want to enter. Yeah, I do really love that design as well. It's very clever. So yeah, a lot to recommend just about how the town is laid out, and I do, yeah, like it does make me wonder how, like I feel like it would be valuable to have a video like that that sort of dived into the spaces, because I feel like the spaces themselves are often overlooked, I think, which is a shame. So if we go back and see the foreman, I'm pretty sure it's boss fight time, if I remember correctly, which will of course work perfectly. It'll really be a tense and haunting fight. A truly desperate clash between two rivals, really simulated very well by this game's robust combat engine, which I love to make fun of, but I actually do love the combat in this game. It's fun in a janky kind of way. But yeah, I was reading, it was very interesting, I was reading about the importance of jank in terms of experiencing like queer or other minority or non-normative bodily experiences in games. Jank is very important. Also love the combat because it feels like there's stuff at stake. Exactly. There's always a risk when you go into combat in this game. It does make you respect every enemy, even no matter how annoying they are. You can lose a lot, and that's perhaps even more true in Pathologic 2, which obviously you have yet to get to. But what do you want, dead one? Speak, spirit. What sacrifice am I to make? Speak. It's been told that the sacrifice is Aglaia Lilich, a woman who wanted to merge her lines with yours. Butchers would have opened the blood for you if you had killed her, if I had allowed it, of course, or if you had killed me. But it was I that killed you in the end. You're mistaken. You went into the throat. You followed the path of water. You couldn't have come back. Or you a sorcerer that dared to break the lines of the House of Suok with his black magics. So, you've led me to my certain death, haven't you? I have, but I will restore the lines of Suok's womb. Take one step back if you're no spirit. I've died once already. Now it's your turn. Here we go. So abrupt. I love it. Here we go. And it's got its own combat track as well. Yeah, so we got our own boss arena and everything. He puts on his Minotaur helmet. It's such a cool, I just love it as a sequence. Like the combat, it's so ineffective. I think he's got the whole like bull motif going, right? Like he's claiming that like Auroch role, like half man, half beast. Really trying to play it up, in particular because he's not a very good leader, I think. So oh, and then he's got a headbutt attack as well, so that's why he's got that on. And I love, you just got to fight him hand to hand. It's it's so cool. Words can't describe how cool I find this, no matter how lame it is at the same time. I also agree, Planescape Torment's combat is really good. I haven't played Baldur's Gate in a while, so I couldn't speak to that. But I played Planescape not too long ago in the grand scheme of things, so I do remember vividly liking it. It's got a lot of health as well. I think possibly the most health out of anyone in the game. Whereas I have no health, so I feel like if I get hit once, I'll die. But fortunately, there you go. Got him. And that was, everybody, that was the one and only boss fight in Pathologic. Dabowski describes in an interview about Classic HD the way he raises up his fists. I do always like developers doing that kind of thing. Talking about their own games jank. Only he who delivers the kin from an unworthy warden and takes his place will gain access to the bowels where the sacred blood flows. How do they call upon the Minku, the faithful of a warden kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers. Known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. Known by their deeds, for they follow the lines. Freezing within the burial hole, silent at the threshold of non-existence, the kin do not greet the worthy warden. If only you arrived earlier. Oyun, the unworthy foreman, proved to be a disproportionate sacrifice. Cool, so that's the quest on day 11 complete. Notkin's letter. Where's the bull, Barak? Did you take him off the stake? So we'll go see Notkin now then. Goodness, why does everyone in this game suddenly have the ability to defy gravity? Something I'd like to know. Is it possible to learn this power? I'm not sure. Wander back through the abattoir for the 50th time this playthrough. And yeah, leave out the way we came. How's my fiction exhaustion? Yeah, everything's manageable except health. I can't believe I've run out of bandages since I feel like that didn't happen in either of my previous playthroughs, but I guess I have been getting Haruspex into more trouble, and he has been infected for most of the game's run, I think. So I have been steadily losing health this entire time. Okay, alright. One more lot of wandering around and seeing what everyone else's problems are and how we can resolve them. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure this quest should surely give us some more abattoir blood, which we really need to hopefully make enough panacea for everybody. Because yeah, it's, who do we find? Maria, Anna, but Anna might be dead as well now. Yeah, Maria and Peter at least, and then we'll wander around and see who else we can find. So yeah, today's trial, the final trial, funnily enough, was the easiest of all of the trials. yeah, really do loathe that day 10 trial. Insanely difficult. Let's see. Is there anything worth me taking or dropping off? Put all this stuff in here. There's not even any point dropping all those hearts. Did I put the dead crawl in here again? Or did I use that to immediately make panacea? I might have. Okay, what if we make some gruel, right? Or do we... why have I forgotten how to do this? It's a gruel, then the blood, right? I just did this just the other day. I'm just paranoid I'm gonna get it wrong. That's really my concern. Okay, yeah. So you just mix those together. Cool. Okay, 2 panacea. Hopefully we'll be able to get more. Because I don't need to cure myself necessarily. I think I should be able to survive. I'll be regretting those words, I'm sure, but I should be able to. We'll go see Notka and see what he wants. Yeah, we're really closing in on the home stretch here. This is sort of it. The last, substantive, potentially challenging section of gameplay. The rest of the game will just be me breaking into houses with whatever lockpicks I have and seeing what I can find. And of course, chatting about the game more generally and sort of what it's meant to me and how important it is that people try it for themselves. Or how important I think it is that people try it for themselves. Oh, are you serious? I would like to get that guy just as long as I don't have to fight the Molotov guy at the same time. Is anyone around here? Yes, there's a rat. Of course there's a rat. Nothing's ever easy. Okay, cool. Just need a little bit more money. I got another letter. Capella's invitation. My final request is of a tragic sort. I didn't want to bother you with something like this, but all our plans are at stake. Please come see me if you can. So we'll go see Capella as well. Hello, Notkin.
Khan is at odds with his sister. Rumor has it he's joined our lot with this whole army. What a twist.
Has the bull from yesterday really broken free? Thank you. Where's he now? We'd like to bring him here. I don't know. Is it gone? I thought it was your handiwork. Sorry, I guess. It's just that I was counting on you. What happened? The girls have reported that there's no longer a bull in the bone steak lot. I thought he was taken off the steak. Was he alive? I'm worried. So you had nothing to do with it at all? No, nothing at all. But I'll check in on the situation. I was meaning to anyway. They're waiting for me there. Time to free the bull from the horrible steak. Let the blood run loose. I can stop it. My assistants should be waiting for me at the lot. So we do still have an opportunity to get some blood from this quest, even if we didn't get to follow through at midnight this morning. You can see, my health is still ticking downwards though, so I do really need... What I should have done actually is ask, I need the map just so I can plan out the rest of the day more efficiently, rather than doing it just from memory. Hoping he just wants 4 more crowbars. If it's more than that, come for the marked map. 5 crowbars. It's all tied up. Someone would untie it. Killed one of their guys. Okay, never mind then. We don't need the map. We can do without the map. Okay, we'll see Capella. So we'll go up through here, and then we'll go to the bone stake lot. We can do that. And I guess I'll buy another lot of bandages probably from the medicine shop across from the lump. That's probably the best thing to do. Cool, so... yeah, I'll navigate through, and I guess I'll just... yeah, I'll probably stop when we hit day 12. Just so that I do have that final... I do want that final stream, I think, to be a separate... like, let's just day 12, let's just relax and talk there. But yeah, we'll do everything we can today, which could end up being quite a bit. We'll see. Maybe as well I should get painkillers too. I'm not sure. One lot of painkillers so that I actually survive. Because the Twirane didn't do anything, which is funny because I really thought it did. It's just zigzag a little bit. Yeah, the town itself, like the noises that it makes at this stage, just absolutely hellish. Just the sound of gunfire everywhere and screaming and wailing and all that kind of thing. Just absolutely miserable. Cool. Bandage set. That should do us as long as I don't get into any really embarrassingly poor combat scenarios. Surely that will carry us most of the way through today, at least. Hello.
I'm relying on you. You will help me to rebuild the town and keep it under my mother's wings.
There is one final thing left to be done, the saddest and the most essential. I cannot escape it, and happiness demands self-abnegation, does it not? You're scaring me. Maria is coming into power. The polyhedron will cease to be the Republic of Children soon. The toy will finally go back to its original purpose, and young Casper feels it. He's hesitating. I want to extend a friendly hand to him, and I need a middleman for that. What? Tell him that I propose an alliance. In 10 years, and he knows full well that this is how long it will take for my chapel to be built, he will have my hand. I'll become his wife, and we will end the age-long conflict of our families. Oh, you're on good terms with the Bachelor. No, you're not. He fawns upon you a lot anyway. The Utopians respect him. He knows how to get there. Are you absolutely committed to doing this? Yes. Okay, I'll do as you say. So we'll go talk to the Bachelor again after we go and see what's up with the bone stake lot. So I'm really hoping, yeah. I don't know how many panacea things we need exactly, but gonna need a few more than we have. Boost my immunity a little bit. And we have currently 2 isn't going to be enough. I feel like we need at least 4 or 5. But I don't think any of the central districts are free of infection or looters, so again we'll be out of luck there with spawns too. Okay, let's see, let's see what's going on with the bone stake lot. And I'll also, on the way back out, I'll see if is Anna dead or just infected. Just want to confirm that. Person is sick, all the better, stand your guard. Okay, not dead yet, apparently. It might change tomorrow, depending on whether that's when the marker updates or whether that was just her changeling's sacrifice being chosen by me. And would you look at that? It's all being burned. Really could have used that. Move along, nothing to see here. It's all done with anyway. Hey, over there, block the roads. Tell Longin to send a rifle squad. Where's the ball? It was burned down. I bet you're lying. Where is the ball? Get lost or have your beef roasted. Who ordered to burn the bull? We have a commanding officer, Captain Longan. If you have any questions, you're welcome to visit the Ordnance Headquarters. My job is to burn the infectious dirt. You fit the description. Ain't you brave, with the flamethrower and all? That Longan of yours may turn out to be more compliant. Okay, so all the way down here. Here at the Mutineers' headquarters is the person who ordered the burning of the miraculous bull, an officer called Captain Longan. Yeah, moments like that in my first playthrough of Pathologic were always the most terribly disheartening. Just because I knew that, yeah, like, things could have been different. If only I'd arrived just a little bit earlier, I could have saved the bull. And of course that's not true, and it doesn't matter what time you arrive, but nonetheless it is, you know, just this crushing feeling to sort of have this hope and then just, yeah, have it not work out at all in the slightest. So yeah, I suppose we'll go see Longan first, since he's more on the way than the Bachelor is. It's the easiest way to go. Probably, yeah. We'll just go across the bridge and go back up and around. Be the quickest way. If only the Bachelor didn't order to burn the bull. That's the thing that I like as well, is that it was the Bachelor's fault, right? And probably the player's fault, because the player ordered to do this in the previous storyline. So actually arriving there as Artemy with that context in mind and being like, oh crap, I totally made the wrong decision when I did that. That's such a powerful moment of turning the player's choices against them, and it's a choice that the player at the time will want to make because it makes a lot of sense to them, I think. But of course, and from Artemy's viewpoint, it doesn't make any sense at all. It would have been much better to keep the bull alive. I love how just the combat music starts and just not visible at all. Hello, do you have bandages? Yes you do, thank you very much. I'm actually running out of water bottles as well, because I haven't been stopping to do anything with them. Haven't been picking up any rubbish, I mean. Alright, so we'll see Longan. I can't remember, does this quest end in a fight? It probably does, right? I feel like I'm just wandering into a fight here. Or a shootout at the very least. And I do not have bullets or a sawn-off shotgun for all the shotgun shells that I still have either on me or at the house. Do I have them on me? No, I must have left them all at the house, but that's fine. Okay. So we can do this. We're totally on top of this. If this turns out to be a combat scenario, we just beat Foreman Oyen, you know. Who's possibly going to stand against us now? Nobody, that's who. Cool. And yeah, he's what? And no, he's not in that train, is he? Further down? See him in the middle of all the riflemen down here, where the Bachelor gets shot? The sneaking into the wagon part, or was that in Bachelor's? You know, now I can't remember. Do we have to sneak into the wagon? Maybe we do. Because if he's not, yeah, he's not in this one, right? He might be in that one. Is he in? No, he's in here. All right. I feel like the sneaking in is in the Bachelor's one then. Must be. I'm listening. Was it you that ordered to burn the bull? As an officer, I expect to be addressed as Sir. Self-respecting people address soldiers likewise. I'm a step man. There are no sirs in the step. So, do you even realize what kind of creature it was? Thousands of panacea samples could have been made from it. The flamethrower core burned everything that's a sanitary hazard. A bull and a lot went very much against sanitary regulations. In all honesty, the whole town is abnormal. Who gave the order? Was it the commander? There was an authorized agent commissioned with supervising the sanitary situation in the town. Bachelor Dankovsky. He is in charge. So that's who's doing it is. This is where sort of... yeah, things come to a head, and you know, we were on pretty friendly terms with the Bachelor through this entire playthrough, which is what I like about Artemis' playthrough, is that it reframes that relationship as being a really positive one. But now, okay, we might have finally run into a problem, a real point of opposition. Yeah, the Bachelor one had you get the weapons from the wagon. Yeah, that's right. That's really bloody hard and annoying. I remember that mission. Yeah, I don't think Haruspex has anything to do with that, fortunately. What's the time? Still got time. Yes, I'm still going the right way. Alright, so the main goal is just to get these 2 side quests done. I don't think we'll get any others. And yeah, we just gotta talk to the Bachelor for both of them. We gotta ask what the hell Bachelor, why'd you do this? And is he going to be able to provide a satisfactory answer? Possibly not. Some black twire there. We got this. Yeah. It's just exhaustion is the main thing we got to juggle at the moment. Just got to make it through the day. Some swivery. And yeah, we can hope that the Bachelor has some answers for us. Oh, 2 drunkards. If they both have bandages, that will help a lot. Hello there. Do you have bandages as well? No, you don't. Okay. One lot is still pretty good. We'll just use them immediately as well. Put us straight back up towards the top. Why do all the rats have to like home in on Artemis? Is he really that tasty, you know? Just must smell really good. Really appeals to the rats out there. Okay. In we go. Hello again, Bachelor.
Should I just give up?
I need to get inside the tower, Oinon. We're going to talk to him about that first. Tell me how to do that. Ah, so you 2 have decided to defend that jewel with your life, haven't you? A worthy choice. Makes me happy to see you've come to it. Yes, absolutely, I have indeed. In that case, just say fortified to the doghead guards. It's a password. Maria's told it to me. Okay. By the way, seems like Maria has fallen into favour with her little brother, so if the password doesn't help, just tell them that I'm planning to save the polyhedron, and I'm counting on you to help me with this. I'll definitely let you in then. Okay.
I have a feeling that our choices were a part of some crafty maneuver. I almost fell for it.
Did they burn the bull in your orders? Oinon. What bull? Think about it, Barak. There was no bull. There was a supreme one at the bone stake lot. There was no bull. But shh, don't tell anyone about it. I gave an order to the soldiers so they'd have something to take it out on. Better let them burn an outskirt lot than a cathedral square. The bridge square, you mean? I think you can see my point, Barak. I gave the order to burn it because it was a nuisance that provoked unrest. Its huge body was filled with infectious spores. It was my duty, after all. Don't be stubborn. I'm not getting in your way, so don't you get in mine. For the time being. If we could look soberly on the matter, everyone did just as they should. The Bachelor was doing his duty. Still, the resolution of the story has a strong air of sacrilege about it. So, let's go and see if we can get into the polyhedron. It's one quest resolved for the day. Yeah, I'm excited to, as well, move on to play some other classic survival horror games on this channel as well. Should be fun. There's still, I'm trying to think if there's any Silent Hills I haven't played through yet, other than the remake. I haven't played through Downpour on this channel yet either. But yeah, could do that for April Fools or something. That'd be fun. Right, let's climb the polyhedron, possibly for the first time this playthrough as well. Don't know if we've had to actually climb it yet or not. Right, up we go. I love the lovely moving up steps physics. It's incredible. Very smooth and natural. I do love the way the polyhedron looks though. But yeah, like that point I was making before about the polyhedron itself, not actually touching the ground. Yeah, even the steps technically are built on this other sort of foundational element. It's just this giant building that's trying its hardest not to be at all interested in the earth itself. It's this totally intellectual thing, the spiritual thing, meant to exist on a different plane of existence. Alright, let's make sure we say the right thing here, because this can very easily go wrong. No. What do you want, Burak? Fortified. Alright, you may come in, but only to see the leader. No sidetracking. How do you people manage not to fall down from here? Hello, Khan.
It will be as I say.
My name is Artemi Burak. Why have you come? Are you here on my sister's behalf? No, on Capella's. The Elgimsky girl. Curious. I had a feeling she might make a move. Look at that face. Sooner or later our paths had to cross. So what is she up to? She wants to strike an alliance with you. Children's alliances are not worth a dime. Is she willing to become my wife in 5 years? To submit to me? She is. In 10 years, though. They say traces of blood were found by the polyhedron. My dogheads claim they belong to the soldiers' victims, but I think they're lying. Tell me the truth. Are there really soldiers down below? No, it was the earth bleeding, not people. Indeed, I've been told this has happened before. The ground bleeds by the stem, as if the polyhedron is a cork stuck in a tube. What should I tell Capella? Tell the Elgimsky girl that I shall come. Let it be so. The proud Capella made the first move, and so she will have my support. She offers to strike an alliance, and we accept the offer. You have my word. Can you tell me what's going on? Capella would do it better. As to why I've agreed, I won't tell you. The Cain's business is not the termites' business. Oh, I'd love to teach you good manners. Go ahead and try. Later. Perfectly antagonistic relationship forming there already. Love it. Okay, so Casper Cain doesn't look like a pleasant fellow. I wonder what this hero will be like in 10 years' time. He has potential, but it suggests he should be held on a short leash. Go back to Capella now. We'll do that, and then if that's the final quest of the day, might even just, put Artemi to bed and finish there. But put him to sleep for about 4 hours and then see if anyone else has sent us a letter. Or, of course, whether this quest has any more elements to it, because I really have been underestimating that recently. I'm sort of like, oh, all we need to do is go see the Bachelor. Everything will be resolved. But no, then the Bachelor goes and sends us to talk to 2 other people. So it may be the case again here today, because I certainly don't remember all the intricacies of every quest in this game. It has been a while. Bouncing our way down. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any more blood we can harvest. Might be out of luck. I'm hoping Capella gives me more as a reward, but it has been quite scarce. Made less panacea than I wanted to. I'm sure we could have got some more if I'd had time to do that quest that Tyre sent me that invite to. But that's alright. These things happen. Yeah, he's got quite a good throwing arm on him, doesn't he? Okay. Greetings. Bandages. No. You're only getting 5 water bottles for this. I just love how... Just so thirsty. 5 water bottles. It's really, you know, if they could be bothered to put in the work themselves. Especially some rubbish bins. They'd have their water, but then I guess I would no longer have a functioning economy to get my bandages, so I am glad at their relative laziness, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. It's just... It is incredible to reflect on... Yeah, on this game and the journey it's taken me on. Been talking about this game for a long time, and the fact that it still holds my interest really does say something very special indeed, I think. Who was that guy aiming at? Aiming at that person. And there's more crazy Molotov people throwing Molotovs. We'll go around this way, I guess. Yeah, I love how just everything really starts to tie itself together, especially the more playthroughs you do, the greater your understanding, and really the narrative is your reward. Whoa, I can't believe that missed. And obviously it's a reward that doesn't quite work for everyone, right? Come on. No! And with that bullet, he sucked up all his money as well. Yeah. Not even worth it to take his organs. I have so many razors. Clean and absolutely hygienic, of course. It's so annoying. It's just deeply frustrating that I get scammed out of it still. I can't believe yet they get shot from a distance and they don't even have to come over and loot the body. It's so unfair. They're playing by different rules. Do I have enough now? But yeah, I do, but they don't have enough. They don't have any bandages at all. Okay. Hopefully Capella is satisfied with this news. Do you have bandages? Don't flamethrower me, please. I'm very paranoid about that. You do. I will take that as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Loot stealing ammo +2. Yeah, it must be something that an enchantment they got on their rifle. I'd believe that, to be honest. Everyone else has enchanted gear and I'm working with plain basic stuff. Very frustrating. Okay, Capella. I'm back.
The children no longer remember me.
The town will change so much in 10 years' time. You have Khan's consent. Didn't take him long. That means he will leave the tower tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And so will his minions. You know how to make a lot of panacea already, don't you? You can count on me. Allow me to thank you. You will assume authority over the kin soon. If everything goes well and I assume authority over the town, we will rule together, you and I. Cherish my gift. Let it bring the soft memories back to life. The memories of the little girl that I used to be. Thank you. It all ends tomorrow. A single day can change a lot. I can sense almost nothing now. Are my fosterlings fine? Can the mutineers kill the Inquisitor? If Aglaya falls, even destroyed by petty scheming, we won't be able to protect the town. Don't you worry about a thing. Cool, so the matchmaking was a success. Capella has moved the final figure on the board. A sad move. She was clearly trying to pick the lesser of two evils. It's strange how calm and collected the lad was, as if he always knew what was going to happen. Cool, so we've resolved that. If they sleep till 6. What, do we get any other letters? No other letters. So the aim then, eat the fish, bandage, save the game, sleep for a little bit longer, another 4 hours maybe. Okay, any other letters? Nope. Okay, so yeah, this will take us right through. I guess what I'll do before I finish, yeah, we'll raid another house or something. See if we can find just any sort of final materials that might come in handy. Not this is really necessary, but yeah, just for the last hour and 20 minutes of the town being dangerous, we'll just break into a couple of houses and see if we can fish anything out. Hopefully I pick some good ones. Save again here. Nope, this is a bad house. This is a bad house. Come on. Ow. Yep. It's really just once they get one hit on me, I lose the rhythm with those guys. It's very it's very frustrating. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Londoners always win melee fights. I believe that. Okay, let's try that again. Lead them in here. Try and buy some space. Yeah, the rhythm is just, it's just off for me today, apparently. Okay. First time you meet a knife thrower in this game is like welcome to London, as he flips it and throws it at your face. Honestly, it's such a shocking moment, I think, every time that you meet one of those guys, that are just infuriatingly deadly, right? Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to go for the... Can do that. Now we can get the map. Excellent. So useful. There's probably not even going to be anything in here now that I've done that. 2 coins. Crackers. Some medicine, I guess. I could sell that tomorrow if I had to. It does, like it does an insane amount of damage. Like it was such a shock the first time I played it as well. I was like, okay, like what's he gonna do? And then he throws the knife at me. Immediately just annihilates me. Wipes out the health bar. Just absolutely insane. I don't know why it's balanced like that. I really don't. So the idea is to actually headshot them rather than just... Ow, how do they clip me like that? Got him. I mean, yeah, they really better be guarding something good up here, you know? Fall to the floor if a knife hit you in any place, really. That's true. It just happened to surprise me so much, right? Because, like, as I said, games had really prepared me for the... for the power fantasy element. And when the game didn't follow through on the power fantasy, like so, exactly, the realism argument, right, is such a big one, of like how important it is to have the game feel actually punishing. And obviously that's a great way to do it, is to have knives actually really hurt you. But it's because you're it's because I was unprepared anyway. Yes, the realism should go both ways, you'd think. But yeah, I would also like to know what's up with the game balance to to be so unfair towards the player as well, but you know, what can you do? Come on, I know there's someone in here. Gotcha. Yeah, I would really love to know why the balancing sort of ended up in the place that it did sometimes. But of course, like, if it was any different, then maybe the game would be too easy. Because obviously, like, to a certain extent, developers have to design some pretty crafty ways for games to be punishing. Okay, that ended up being worth it, just for that bandage set. To be honest, we can use that definitely. That'll get us through day 12 for sure. But we'll check out another house as well. Hopefully one where we can actually jump onto a bed. Because obviously, like, designers, yeah, as I was saying, designers have to like do some really nasty things sometimes to sort of get the dumb enemy AI to sort of even have a chance. And sometimes it's stuff like that. But obviously, in retrospect, that feels cheap. It's the cheap kind of difficulty, right? When that happens. Oh dear. Yes, okay, we're up. I got a letter. Okay, we'll read that in a minute. I'm up, but they're stuck on some level geometry as usual. Okay, I can take that too. Exactly. Artificial difficulty is the right term for it. But as you can see, sometimes the enemies just can't navigate through doorways. So sometimes the game has to cheat in their favour, you know, just to make it possible for them to potentially win once or twice. But certainly these indoor looters are the most dangerous regular enemy type in the game. And definitely more dangerous than even Oyon was in his big Minotaur hat. Morphine. Another letter. Cool. Maybe I'll read all of those at the start of the next stream. Seems like we're getting some conflicting reports there from Aglaya and possibly Changeling. Artificial deficiency and artificial difficulty. I like that a lot. I'm gonna have to remember that. That's artificial deficiency in action. Do I have any food? Just crackers. That's really what I need. I need a house with food, or I need to buy some more food. I've got a little bit of money now. 20 minutes left of day 11. That will probably let us do one more house, right? We can look into one more house. Not this one, because that's the butcher's house, I guess. We'll go in here. Is this the... I can't remember if this is the test house. You gotta evade the plague for a while. I think maybe it might be. Oh. That's artificial deficiency on my part, I think. Goodness me. Okay, we can do this. We get just 21 minutes of this day. One more house. Surely we can do this. Surely we're capable. Surely I'm capable. They say to themselves. Completely confident. It's because they close the gap in really unpredictable ways. Ugh. The real price you pay is waiting for the loading screen. Yes. Pathologic is taking me down 1 second at a time of my actual life. The limitations of the technology doing me in here at the end. It's gonna be like half the stream time is me reloading after dying to this. I'll just be here for another 2 hours, right? In the last 20 minutes of day 11, doing the same combat encounter over and over again. Okay, let's save here. Damn, what's with the hitbox? Come on. Okay, that was embarrassing. That was also embarrassing. I was really hoping I could get the jump on them. But I think they just immediately hear you on the ground floor when you open the door, right? I feel like, yeah, me dying and then your chat just reading lol over the top is really, this is just summarizing the whole experience. Just gonna leave and come back real quick. Yeah. I really want this one to hurt, you know. I can't fight, so you gotta help me out. They got such long reach. Look at their arms. They're like stretches across the entire room, like Mr. Fantastic or something. One more try. One more try. Then otherwise I'll just go back to the grocers. Maybe what's in this house is 5 schmatters, and they're protecting it with everything they got. Come on, we can do this. I just can't escape the reach. The hitbox is huge. And I should know this by now, and I do know this, but doesn't make it any less painful, you know. It still hurts. I love loading screens, don't you? Alright. They can have that house, whatever. Do not lie, do not steal, do not get caught. Do not get punched in the face is also a good one. I would recommend that. Yeah, we'll just buy the vegetables, shall we? We'll just do that. Thanks. That really helped me out. Okay. So I guess, yeah, with just another 12 minutes to go here. Not really sure if there's anything else worth doing on day 11. The final proper day of the Haruspex. Don't think there is. So I don't have any bullets left, there's no one to trade with. And yeah, the knife doesn't seem to be cutting it. Funnily enough, against these looters. So yeah, we'll just let the day end here, I guess. And I'll probably finish up. I'll schedule a time next week to finally finish Pathologic Classic HD, which will be totally surreal. Totally surreal.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
I guess, yeah, we'll finish with the performance. And then next time we'll read all those letters that we're getting from all of our adoring fans who want us desperately to use the panacea that we have. And I will, yeah, I guess probably be sad that we might not be able to see the theatre ending once again. When you meet the other playable characters in game, can you also click on their portrait for rumors? Yes, I've shown that off a few times during this playthrough, and people have always been surprised.
You have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along.
Out to the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the general sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
Although, yeah, like, come to think of it, I swear I saw one for Bachelor and Changeling, but now I'm doubting myself. But I feel like there is, or there was anyway. I'm gonna have to check that next time now, aren't I? So yeah, the final decision is about to be made. Bachelor and Haruspex, two ends of the table, but Changeling is standing off to the side. She has another solution that doesn't involve one or the other being cut off or destroyed. And the theatre is all cleared out. And that's where we'll stop for today. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time when we finally, completely for real this time, finish Pathologic Classic HD. It's going to be really special. Really excited, really looking forward to it. I'll see you then. Have a good rest of your week.